Hey guys, how you going? Hey guys, before I start, I'd like to thank Catherine. Thank you very much, and thank you to all my PayPals, Patreons, and everybody for just listening. I really do appreciate all of you. Okay, this is going to be a reasonably quick one today because, as I said before, I've been very sick and I'm still, the first few weeks, it still sort of evens itself out. You still go up and down a little bit, so just not feeling real well today. But I did want to point out, if you are on Bitchute, not all of my videos are uploading. Please, I've tried 3 or 4 times on some of them and just gave up. There's a few of them that haven't come through. So make of that what you will. I've tried 3 or 4 times on some of these videos to upload them and then I gave up. So I just wanted to let you know they're all here. So the link will be down below for this. I'm just not saying the names of them, right? Because each time I say the name of it, it doesn't upload. Every time I've tried to tell you that they're not all uploading, they won't upload here. And I get to tell everyone here over and over again that they're not uploading. Also, okay, if you are on this channel, Hev123, please come over to, where am I? Oh, hang on one sec, guys. Please come over to Hev123. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop uploading on Hev123. I'm going to keep that as a backup so that if anything happens to Hev123, I'll be back on here. But until then, because it's just really hard for me to upload to all these different places, and I normally do YouTube twice. So just to let you know, guys. Okay, what have we got here? What have I bookmarked? See, I'm not even really prepared today. I've just come here because I was just watching the CPAC. And things are going along as they said they would. It's happening very slowly at the moment. But apparently, he said I may even decide to beat them a 3rd time. He's talking about 2024. And Junior says, I see him all the time, but I still miss him on the world stage. Simply awesome. He really is. And I was watching it on Judicial Watch, which also had the comments going, which was good. I don't know if the other ones are letting the comments go, but I just kept pretty much repeating Aussies for Trump. But anyway, so there was a few other Aussies on there too. So I was quite happy about that. It was good to see. Okay, what have we got? Let's go. Yeah, okay. We have, that one was from DJT Jr. Oh, sorry. Yep, DJT Jr. This one from Mr. Dick Power. Oh dear. Is it just my mind? Like, seriously? It might be. I don't mean... I'm not a rude person, I promise. Vladimir Putin announced on TV the New World Order has collapsed. Putin told Russian broadcaster NTV that the new global world order has failed due to the awakening of the people around the world who've come to realise the insidious truth about the elite's plans. Sorry, while that name was sitting there, it's just hard not to have a giggle. I'm sorry. I know it's very immature. Oh, this one from D. Matheson, David Matheson, 27. And this is from Twitter. In 1996, Pauline Hanson was saying China is a threat to Australia. She was called xenophobic. In 2016, she was saying close our borders, put Aussies first. She was called a racist. In 2020, oh, you were right. And you are I'm going to say pickle. Just to be nice. So I don't, I'm just trying to I know people have children and when they listen to stuff, and I just don't, I don't know, I'm funny like that, I suppose. Yeah. Ozpatriot at @ozpatriot_. Why is Pelosi demanding the nuclear codes be transferred from Biden to the demon rats? I hope his senile bottom doesn't do it. The world is screwed up enough with these lunatics to pretending to run the show. Thing is, I don't think they've got it at all. They might say they have, but can you imagine Joe Biden with the nuclear codes? Oh dear God. That's not a nice thought. And neither would it be if the rest of them had it. If the rest of the Dems had it too. Oh. Anyway. Because, there's there's war in Syria, started up again after 4 years of nothing. And for the people who say, but, yes, there was things going on in Syria, but it was a clean-up. How do you say it? When the things were happening in Syria, and he did actually pull them out, although you may not have heard that. And he wasn't backing bombing Yemen, and he wasn't, all the things the mainstream news are telling you is lies. Because you had the most peace. He brought a lot of soldiers home. He was trying to bring more home. He signed peace deals in the Middle East. He signed peace deals all over the place. But hey, I mean, it's up to each person. I always say use your own discernment, and I don't mind if you don't agree with me. It would be quite boring if everybody, I think, agreed all the time. So it's good to have different opinions, and I don't mind. So you think what you want, but I would suggest doing some research, and not just mainstream news articles, to look for things like this. Okay, this one from Paul Francis. Why are we looking at craters in outer space when I can show you the potholes in the road at the bottom of my drive? I think that partly that's what's wrong with my car. Our roads here are pretty bad where I am. There's potholes everywhere. Nothing's like... See, this is the thing. I shared something on Facebook that was talking about... as soon as we started saying that landscapers had to be taught in college or whatever, and that you have to have qualification for this and this and this, and you got to go to, college or uni to learn how to do this and this and this. People used to just work in the industry for 3 to 4 years, and they would be qualified as, say, a landscaper. And it would be the same with other things, a lot of other things, plumbing, you name it. Everything you've got to try and get a certificate for now, or a degree. A lot of things just used to get done. Now, when you put experts and governments in charge of all this, things just don't get done. I mean, they're building a new highway out on the highway, but our streets, our back streets, are full of holes. And for about 3 kilometres, maybe a bit more even, 3 or 4 kilometres from the highway to where I live, it is just bumpy the whole way. There is no smooth ride. And it kind of feels like if your car's going to fall apart. So, hang on a sec. I might try and find the thing and show you. No, stuff, but I can't find it, and so I'm not I'm a bit too unwell to bother. Oh, I went through a lot of pictures to try and find it, but yeah, you get what I mean. When you start putting, like, you have to have an engineer and that to do the roads and stuff, well, if it was up to the people, I'm sure those potholes would be filled in no time. Really, I really do. Even with dirt, just to stop your car's hubcap from flying off or whatever. Jordan Rachel at the Jordan Rachel No wars in 4 years, job security, energy independence, gas was under $2 a gallon, stock market above 30k, and now we have Joe. Oh dear. No, it's all right. It's going to sort itself out, I believe, very shortly. Judging from that CPAC speech today, you've got to go and watch it if you haven't seen it. It is very uplifting. It lifted me up because while I'm sick, I get a bit, you feel a bit down sometimes, And so, it was a good pick-me-up. It was a really good pick-me-up. So, there you go. Warning. Your government is imploding before your eyes. Stay calm and consult your nearest conspiracy theorist for further instructions. I think some people are going to need that very shortly. And I found this hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you guys laughing? Please tell me you're laughing. Does that look like Jen Psaki? You put a bit of makeup on, well, you might not be able to tell. Oh, I don't know. I just find it very, very funny. And this has been up here for ages. All about these masks and things. This is just a very small example of what they can do. And this is in Japan, I think. It's okay, that was from Seeker. Their hyper realistic face masks will haunt you. The masks are in high demand by tech, auto, security, entertainment companies all over the world. I wonder why. Car companies buying sleeping face masks to teach AI to recognise if a driver's... Yeah, right. Even Saudi Arabia reached out to them, apparently, to make masks of princes and kings for display. That's not what they're for. Have you ever heard of a double? Anyway, from CNET, Mission Impossible comes true as hyper-realistic masks get so good they can fool us. And they can. We've seen it before. And remember the girl who took that mask off? That was nearly half a body mask, and everyone was saying, where did her hair go? Good point. Was it her own hair? I don't know. But it was a good point in pointing that out. Where did her hair go? She may have had a wig on. Could it have fallen off? Or, who knows? The same thing again. Yep, they're a Japanese company. And remember this one. Do you remember this? That's a grown man. So when they can do things like that, there's even more. Oh my goodness, here we go. Let's have a look. Wow. Yeah, we've seen that one, which looks like it might be that one there. And if you watch any movie where they do like I was watching The X-Files and it showed an aged Scully and Mulder. And you just look at it, and that was back in the 80s, 90s. Now, if you look at today, with computer imaging as well and 3D printing, God knows what they have that they can do. So let's have a look. I just want to have a look at this thread. Is it going to let me? There's a lot of links in there. But is there more to this? No? Okay. Let's have a look. Well, yeah, that'd be easy for people to commit crimes too, wouldn't it now? This could be dangerous. Oh, dear. What is it? Okay, can I make that bigger? What is this? Is this all the masks they've got? Example array challenge from experiment 1. Participants were asked to indicate any photos that showed a mask. The array always contained 19 real face photos and 1 mask. In this example, image 9 shows author RJ in the all-male mask. Here. I don't know if you can see that, guys. It's the guy here. So yeah, this could be quite dangerous. And you've, again, if you've ever watched any movies where they do bank robberies and stuff, what were they using? Now imagine now. They could pretty much set anybody up for anything using this. If they got a picture of your face, 3D printed it on a computer, and made a mask. Practical attacks on face recognition with infrared. And that'll be another reason why people will buy. Like, imagine everyone were... Is this why they wanted to just get used to masks? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They've even got dimensions of your face so they can... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Privacy mask. Hey, I wonder if you wore one of the... You know how some people are still in places where you have to be masked up? I wonder if you just wore one of those... Oh, that's... Okay, that's beyond weird. Oh, against mankind and nature... relation between mankind and nature. It's possible to deploy robots to find a new balance within our ecosystem? No. A diverse monoculture is a deployment of several robots which together form a hive of new predators. These predators are used to attempt to restore the balance within our ecosystem. I wonder if that's what they've been doing, that we think things like cryptids and... You never know. Just a thought. I'm just spitballing here. What is this? Okay, I don't think we need to see that. That's just rubbish. But anyway, I think this is more on facial recognition than masks itself. But I included it anyway. From Wired, meticulously handcrafted hyper-realistic silicone masks used to be so expensive they were only available to Hollywood. But as they became more widely available, researchers are discovering people are really, really bad at spotting them, and that's not good. And this is what I mean by the eyes. See how the eyes are way back? That's what Biden's look like. Like it's dark. Like there's a space between the skin and the actual eye. Check it out next time you see Biden. By the way, where is Biden? I haven't seen him for a while. And that Japanese store again, they've just got the front ones, but as you know, they've got the whole head. This one, oh, hang on. How interesting. And yeah, it's just showing you the face. They make better ones than that. Same guy again. Check this guy out. How good is that? Is there any more to this thread? I should make that bigger. Okay, no, that's it. It's the only one. Okay. Let's go over to here. Oh, yeah. He was saying a Republican president will make a triumphant return back to the White House, and I wonder who that will be. I think it'll be sooner than what they say. And this one from Lauren Witzkd. I'm just going to have to share this. Oh, repost it. I'll do that. Repost and repost. Otherwise, I lose the whole thing because I can't bookmark it. I need to pay to bookmark on Gab. And a lot of people are going over to Gab TV, which actually it costs money to sign up for to make a channel. Gab TV. Oh, no, Gab TV. Clicked on the wrong one. Okay, it's not showing me. Where was it before? I don't know. But if I want to start a channel, do I have a channel? No, there you go. You have to upgrade. And to do that, no, next time I might try a year plan somewhere down the track. Because see, you can bookmark posts then. I can't do that without having the Pro. You can get verified, you can schedule, you can compose, you can create more groups, you have a TV channel, you get no ads, you get a Pro badge, bookmark posts, and self-destructing posts. Oh. Well, hopefully your computer doesn't blow up. No, I'm joking, of course it's not going to. But yeah, that's the only way to bookmark on Gab is to, you have to join it. It was a really good, you gotta watch the CPAC, today's one. It was really, really good. Okay, what else have I got for you guys? Oh, there's something here I wanted to read. Now this is from Sabmic. And I don't know what this was, but I remember someone pointed it out. I can't even remember who that was either. But we're the Christians of today. Like the Christians were threatened by the Roman dictators, they threatened us and it will get worse. Oh, they said worse, but it's worse. Just like with the first Christians 2,000 years ago, the army is with us. The army and even the police, they all bear against the regime, our symbols, as they did in the times of the early Christians. They are all with us. The regime knows it and therefore tries to replace soldiers and police officers with robots and drones. They don't trust any human being that is not made by themselves as we do. This is a war between these two ideologies, either to trust in humans or in data. We go for humans, they go for data. But they won't make it because we won't allow them to. We won't allow them to replace humans. When the time comes, we will call all those who wear our symbols and they will follow us. This will be the moment of our victory. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, I'm going to read this bit here. It's easier to read. Oh, they invented ideologies, NGOs, companies, central banks, media, algorithms, even some celebrities in fields of science to hide and justify their manipulation behind something they made us believe is higher. But there is nothing higher than the gods. Their godless creations are used to fog their doing and acting beyond any judgment. In fact, the corrupt judgment is only used to their advantage and against us. But we know they are humans which are responsible towards the gods. We know their names. We know where they live. We know what and who they own, and we know their network. But they don't know anything about us and the force we're with. I just found this interesting. I'm just reading it because it's interesting. They made us believe that consumption, sex, drugs, money is the only sense of life. They made us believe that consumption is the strongest motivation to make us forget what really the strongest motivation is. It's the faith. Faith is the only human superpower. Faith is the only thing that makes every one of us special and unique. Faith is the only thing that makes us different to robots. It's the only thing that makes us humans. Without faith, we are no more than machines that can be replaced by other machines. They don't need chips to make us machines. It's much easier. Media, police, schools, money and government does it too. Our faith is our superpower and our source of everything. Of the complete universe, of everything that is, has been, and ever will be. Nothing more is needed when one has faith. Every child has and owns such a very unique and special source from the beginning, a source that nobody else in the universe has, can buy, or own, that only belongs and can only be owned by a single unique person. The school is the first state-owned institution to destroy and break this unique source by replacing it with another source, a source that can be bought and sold, a venal general source that is owned and controlled by a few people. By controlling this venal general source, they decide which faith is allowed and which is not, but first they need to destroy our God-given faith and source. They invented fancy names, numbers and statistics to give their venal source a good-looking face and name. To prevent this venal source from being recognised as what it is, its name and face has to be changed over and over again. They call this change innovation. Without our God-given faith, we depend on such alien venal sources that are owned by somebody else. Without our own faith, we can't make a single step not being controlled and watched by those who control the venal source. Real faith does not need an alien venal source. Real faith comes from the heart. Real faith can't be bought or sold, therefore they see real faith as a threat to their power because they see everything they can't own as a threat to their power. That's the reason why they want to destroy our faith. Faith is not based on numbers and statistics. It's based on something stronger, a feeling. The only feeling they can create is fear. It's the weakest feeling. Love and happiness is stronger, but they cannot produce love by their numbers and statistics. However love wins, we will win. And I just found that really interesting. I don't know. I remember somebody pointed it out and I can't remember who it was. Okay, let's just go over some news. What have we got? They must be worried. Minneapolis adds fourth layer of fencing outside courthouse, spends over $1 million on social media influencers before Derek Chauvin trial. Okay. Why are they expecting, is this going to be a Black Lives Matter thing? Los Angeles District Attorney hires extremist prosecutor who called LAPD barbarians and wants to abolish prisons. Oh, great. Trump expected to shoot down discussing of starting his own party. Oh, yes. No, he said it would be Republicans. After 5 years of Trump attacks, Tina Fey says no political jokes at the Golden Globes this year because senile Joe Biden and his handler are the biggest jokes ever. Ivy League University offers rock climbing class, no white students allowed. Hang on a sec. Hang on. Back up a bit. Just back up a bit. Didn't we get over all this segregation years ago? Isn't that why we're all together? I mean, what is going on? What seriously are they thinking? It looks like these people, I'm not saying blacks but the people who are doing this stuff and running these universities, it looks like they're trying to plant segregation again, to get it going again. Oh, mate, seriously? That is ridiculous. And it wouldn't matter if they said it was all white, I would be the same. You can't do that. You're excluding part of the community. Fox and Friends host Campo Stuffy. There's no battle within Republican Party because Liz Cheney wing is like 12 people. Yeah, I do believe that they're going to keep the Republican Party, but probably kick the ones that are pretty much the same as the other side out. Judge rules that Miss USA has First Amendment right to only accept biological female contestants. Now, if only sport would keep up with that. And I've even heard transgender people saying that men who transgender into women, who make the transition to women, even a lot of those people are saying that the men should not be in sports, even if they've transitioned. Also, do you know that the hormones they give you for transitioning cause cancer? Too much estrogen causes cancer for women and men, especially men. So please be aware that all the hormone blockers and hormone changing stuff is going to make you very, very sick in the end. I really hope not, but I feel for people. I do. Sometimes too much. I feel sorry for people. That's the thing. Another bogus fact check. Liberal-leaning fact checker claims hundreds of thousands of ballots dumped on election night for Biden, and ratio reporting after that were completely normal. Huh? Did I read that wrong, or did that not make any sense? Another bogus fact check. Liberal-leaning fact checker claims hundreds of thousands of ballots dumped on election night. Oh, okay, for Biden's. Okay. So they reckon that Biden's votes were dumped, do they? And yet somehow he still won by more votes than Obama ever had, or anyone pretty much before him, really. Yeah, okay. Totally believable. Not. Okay. Caitlin Bennett confronts CNN's Jim Acosta at CPAC. What have we got? Goya Foods CEO Robert, declares Trump the legitimate and still actual leader. New York Democrat state officials call for Government Cuomo to resign over inappropriate comments, but not for killing seniors. Oh my goodness. Will someone please lock this man up? I'm serious. He needs to be locked up. And anyone who does what he did needs to be locked up. Sooner rather than later. I think that's just what we're all waiting for. We're just waiting for the first news of something. But I have a funny feeling it's going to start coming out it's already coming out slowly, bit by bit. Things are coming out. But I think it will pick up. And there'll be something that we can actually look at and say, yes, it's up. Because I can see it happening already. When you stand back and look at the big picture, you can see what they've told us was going to happen is happening. We just don't know the timeline for it all. But if you look at the 11.3 and 11.4, in Australia, 11.3 as a date would be the 11th of March. And 11.4 would be the 11th of April. So if you know the board, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, this Ben Sass lashes out at Nebraska GOP after official party rebuke. He's never Trumper. Oh, and the CPAC. It was huge. It was huge. Compared to, see, I'm not creating a new political party. We have the Republican Party. That was fake news. And when he walked out, he said, "Do you miss me yet?" Oh, my goodness. And he also said, actually, they just lost the White House, so I may just decide to beat them for a third time. And they went nuts. So this should be interesting. Biden doesn't know what's going on. Where is he? Listen to this. Trump rips into Biden for bragging about educating migrant kids at the border while American children can't even go to school. Are they insane? Oh, and we already know the rigging and everything going on. Oh, look, okay. You'll never hear supporters of Biden erupting in chants of "We love you." There is no chance. I mean, did you see the, where was it? Okay. If I can get to it. Where was it? Not there. Oh dear. Oh, now I've lost it. That. Oh, there you go, because the White House, right? There was 237 people watching. But at the CPAC, and when Mr. T come out, it was 363,720. Yeah, so, yep. He won. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys, because, as I said, I'm a little bit unwell today, so I haven't had a deep go into anything here. I've just kind of laid it all out. I think we're kind of in limbo at the moment. Little things are happening around the place. But the rest of us sitting out here watching all of this are kind of in a bit of limbo. It is coming together because you can see it. I really, if you've read all those posts, you know. Like, you don't know exactly what's going on at what time, but you can see it as it happens. And then you look back and go, that makes sense. So anyway, okay guys, I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully you have a good morning, good afternoon or evening, wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Okay guys, have a good one. Bye.